Get your Bible comes out. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Read Zabach, HOI to the chariots fly. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Mashiach, Yahushai. We out here, you can come in out. We out here on the Vegas Strip in Las Vegas, Nevada. HOI Sin City, House of Israel, Las Vegas. So today we're just coming to you real quick with a, I would say somewhat of an impromptu video. I was out here in Vegas for a couple of days with my brothers, and the Spirit led me to speak about this whole Meek Mill incident. Brother Kadash had shared an article in a group text the other week with this whole incident with Meek Mill being denied entrance into the Cosmopolitan Hotel. All right here on the Las Vegas Strip. All right, this is the Cosmopolitan Hotel of Las Vegas on the north side of the Las Vegas Strip. All right, so basically, what I gather from that whole situation is you Black, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indians, two main points I want to focus on in this situation. You got to understand something. The so-called white man and the other nations, they're never going to accept you and treat you like you're one of their own. Number two, a lot of you so-called Black, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indians, the reason why the white man don't want you in his businesses a lot of times because you don't know how to act. You understand? A lot of times you bring your niggerish ways, your unruly ways. It's a combination. That's the two main things I want to focus on. There might be for other reasons, whatever, other technical reasons, business reasons, whatever the case may be. As you can see, Esau's a damn beast, yelling and grunting like the damn cavemen that they are. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. All right, we're gonna stay in the spirit of this video. All right, just loud for no damn reason, man. And that's Satan. As soon as we try to do a video, you know what I'm saying? Here come all the demons with the noise. But anyway, that's why Job said in the book of Job 30, Job said, under the bushes they braid. Braid meaning B-R-A-Y-E-D. Not like you braid your hair, but braid means to make a loud, donkeyish, animalistic type cry and noise. And that's what Esau does, man. All right, but anyway, I digress. But I wanna approach this whole Meek Mill situation from those two angles. Number one, it's definitely racism, and number two, it's a lot of times you what's the old saying? You Blacks and Latinos, you wear out your welcome. All right, as we can see, the white man's a damn beast, and he's wild. So we're not saying that it's not him either, but a lot of times, like the old saying goes, you wear out your welcome. A lot of times people don't want the nigger rap element around their businesses because you bring negativity. They don't want shootouts and stabbings and gang fights and niggas acting stupid. Then that's liability and lawsuits that brings a bad name to their business. Then the people with the real money, because you niggas ain't got the real money. The people with the real money, then they don't want to come to the establishment anymore. So that's the two angles that I want to focus on. So give me, real quick, Ezekiel 35:5. Let's start with that. All right, and I'm going to pull up the Meek Mill article, one of the articles, and read it. All right, of what he said, or, you know, how this whole thing went down. All right, read that, Ezekiel 35:5. We're going to start off with that.
It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
You got to speak up. Yeah.
It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
So the Lord said in Ezekiel 35 that Esau and other nations, they would have a perpetual hatred against the children of Israel. So yes, part of the reason why these hotels, they have certain lists of rappers and celebrities, and from the word is mainly black, that they don't want in their establishments. So the main reason is, of course, the elephant in the room is racism. But number two, there's also the element of, I've had so-called white people tell me personally, it's not that we're racist, it's just sometimes black people, they just don't know how to act.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've had anybody tell me that straight up. Straight up, you know what I'm saying? So we know it's racism and we know it's that. And like I said, it could be other technical things. Esau, he always got something to cover himself. He's the devil, he's slick. So he'll tell you 10 reasons why he's doing that to try to be politically correct. But we know what's really going on. All right, Ezekiel 35:5. Read it one more time, brother.
It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
See that? So the Lord said they would have a perpetual hatred and would shed the blood of the children of Israel. So I want to go with the perpetual hatred. Give me Genesis 25 and 21 and hold that. So now, right here, I got the article from NBC News. All right, panning on that. You got that? I guess the article from NBC News. It says, Meek Mill blasts Las Vegas hotel as racist for banning him without incident. All right? So he got upset because they banned him without incident. So then we're going to read some of the article. It says, Mill's lawyer told NBC News he plans to take legal action against Cosmopolitan Hotel for discriminating against the rapper. It says, Meek Mill performs at Hammerstein Ballroom on March 12, 2019 in New York City. That's the caption. So now, this article is May 26, 2019, 10:40 a.m. Eastern Time. Updated May 26, 2019, 2:54 p.m. Eastern Time by Janelle Griffith for NBC News. All right, NBC Online News. So this was about, what's today, the 3rd? About a week ago. All right, so this is about a week ago. All right, so it says, it reads here, rapper Meek Mill on Saturday accused the Cosmopolitan Hotel of being racist for denying him entry to the Las Vegas property and threatening to have him arrested for trespassing. Check that out. Nigga, you're not invited, and if you keep trying to make yourself invited, we're going to lock you up for trespassing, nigga. We don't give a damn who the hell you are. You're Meek Mill, you're freestyling, you from Philly, you got put on by, what's my man, Rick Ross. They don't give a damn about none of that. Nigga, you can't come in, and nigga boy, if you keep trying to come in, we're going to lock your ass up. All right, give me Genesis 25:21.
God.
So we got to deal with the elephant in the room, the racism element of it. All right, but like I said, they can, Esau can gloss it over as many other things, but we know first and foremost is the racism. Look, you niggas with your rap music, because you got to remember, like, just on a side note, they got a documentary on Netflix called Hip Hop Evolution. And a lot of the old school rappers from the beginning stages of rap, they'll tell you that white people want to shut rap down. They want to shut hip hop down. But what happened is when Esau saw how much money was in it and how much it had influence over their children, they couldn't do nothing about it. They said, well, we might as well control it and make the money off of it. If it makes so much money and our children are into it, we might as well control it. That's why they tried to bring in Eminem. They tried to make him the top rapper, but that didn't work. But so now what do? They make the rappers into homosexuals. They make them effeminate. They got skinny jeans on. Their pants hanging off their ass. They mumbling, sounding like monkeys and animals. But it's still a multi-billion-dollar business. All right, so Esau said, look, we're going to control it, control the money of it. We're going to try to make it white. If we can't make it white, we're gonna control it to the level of it destroys the image of the so-called black man and his community while still making billions of dollars off of it. All right, so when you go, y'all can go watch them, the documentaries on Netflix, Hip Hop Evolution, and some of the New York rappers and the rappers in general, they'll go back to the history and the beginning of hip hop, and they'll tell you how Esau wanted to shut it down. We don't want this nigga music. It's trash. But when it made so much money and had so much of an impact on white youth, then they couldn't ignore it anymore. All right, so read Genesis 25:21.
NWA to Mingos.
Right, good. NWA to Migos, good. And all these other damn mumble rappers, whoever the hell is out here. All right, read Genesis 25:21, brother.
God, it says, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived.
Now this is the birth of Jacob and Esau, the so-called black man and the so-called white man, the so-called, the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Because we want you to understand, Jacob, he didn't just become the father of the so-called black man. He became the father of all 12 tribes of Israel, and Esau became the father of the so-called Caucasian race. Even though Esau is one nation, but they got different Edomite factions amongst them. And Esau had different sons, but they're all still one nation. Read on.
Verse 22, it says, and the children struggled together within her.
See that struggle is from the time of the patriarchs in the beginning up until now. With Meek Mill nigger, you're not allowed. And if you keep trying to find your way in here, we're going to arrest your ass for trespassing. All right, that's that same Esau and Jacob struggle from back then that's here right now. Come on.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
So Rebekah said, if the Lord opened my womb, why is the struggle going on with my womb? Right, come on.
And she went to inquire of the Lord.
She went to ask a prophet or a seer. Go ahead.
Verse 23, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
He said 2 different nations would be in your womb. All right? That all stuff about we're all the same. We're all God's chosen people. If you cut me, you bleed. If I cut you, you bleed. We're all the same blood. All right, yes, the Lord did say in the book of Acts 17, it does say that. He said he made of all nations one blood. Meaning, yes, blood flows through every person's body for you to allow you to live, but we're different nations. The seed line of the spirit is different. And everybody don't have the same blood. We got different blood types.
Right.
All right, some people have AIDS in their damn blood.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Esau and Jacob, the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, we're different in many ways from the so-called white man. Yes, we are people that live on the earth, but we have different mannerisms. We have different likes, dislikes, things of that nature. Right, come on.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
That's another part of their racism. Part of their racism is because they hate you because they know you're better than them. Like they say, they hate us because they ain't us. A lot of them say, damn, these Negroes, they took this little stupid monkey type of music and made it $1 billion industry. How did these niggas do that? It sounds trash, sounds like a bunch of noise. How could they make so much money off this? How does my little Joey like this music? All right, why? Because we're stronger. The Lord gave us a spirit of talent and uniqueness as a people. Come on.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
And the elder child that was to come out was Esau, the so-called white man, and he would serve the younger. Now, in so-called white people's spirit, they know this. Even if they don't know this per se from knowing the Bible, in their spirit, they know something that one day they're going to be done and we're going to rise as a nation of people. Even the ones that are in denial. No, we're going to rule forever. It's like that's their pride and their ego. But deep down inside, a lot of them know in their spirit they're going to pay, and the so-called black man going to rise and rule over them one day. Right, come on.
And when her days to...
That's why it's Salakia. That's why they make movies like Planet of the Apes. Because they know. They're Illuminati on down. Like just like in this hotel, man. We see where they had an all-seeing eye in there. They had Obey. They had all kinds of illuministic damn symbols in the hotel. All right, maybe we can get a shot of them when we leave. Go ahead. That's Alice the Crowder. That face in the middle of that 5-pointed star, that's Alice the Crowder. Yeah, get a bigger shot of it. Yeah, that face in the middle of that 5-pointed star, that's Alice the Crowder. Do as thou wilt. This straight up Illuminati. Straight up New World Order.
Says obey, never trust your eyes.
When her days to be delivered were fulfilled behold, there were twins in her womb.
There were twins in Rebecca's womb. Good.
And the first came out red all over, like an hairy garment.
See, that's another reason why the so-called white man hates you. Because he's red all over like a hairy garment. He has no skin pigmentation. He has no melanin. So he hates you because of your beautiful skin. Right? Come on.
And they called his name Esau.
Esau, the biblical name for so-called white man. Good.
Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Right, so it didn't describe Jacob because Jacob had the natural brown skin. But the point I want to bring out was the children struggled together in Rebecca's womb. So it will always be a hatred. It would always be a malice. It would always be contention between us and Esau, the other nations. Give me Luke 16:26. All right, so I'm going to read on in this article. All right. So basically, we read the first part. Rapper Meek Mill on Saturday accused the Cosmopolitan Hotel of being racist for denying him entry to the Las Vegas Got to pull the article back up. Cut for a minute. Video of his exchange with security personnel at the hotel posted on his Instagram account have more than 1 million views as of Sunday morning. In it, the musician, whose real name is Robert Meek Williams, hence Meek Mill, is seated in a vehicle outside the hotel and can be heard asking two men, "How can you tell me I'll be locked up for trespassing?" One of the men responded, "We're a private property. At this time, with the information we have, we're refusing to do business with you. We have the right to do that." See that? Check that out. Give me Luke 16:26. They said, Meek Mill, we're refusing to do business with you. We have a right to do that. We're private property. We don't give a damn who you are. That reminds me of the time where Oprah Winfrey tried to go into the store and the store said, "We're closed. We don't care who you are. You can't come in here." Right? They don't care about your status. That reminds me of the time where Danny Glover couldn't get a cab in New York City. He couldn't wave a cab. All the cabbies was racist and said, "Oh, the black man going to try to rob us. We're not going to pull over for him." Wow. That reminds me of the time Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker went into a grocery store in New York City, and they chased him. They ran after him out of the store. Said, "Hey, you stole something. You put something in your coat." And Forrest Whitaker said, "Man, I could buy this whole damn store. I went into the aisle and I didn't see what I wanted. You didn't have what I wanted, and I left." So because he walked out kind of fast, they said, "Oh, that black guy stole something." They ran out after him and said, "Open your coat. Let's see what you stole." Forrest Whitaker said, "Look, I just happened to walk in fast and walk out. You guys didn't have what I wanted." So that goes to show you it don't matter. Like the brother said, you could be rich, poor, tall, short, fat, ugly. It don't matter. You're still a nigga. Like my man Trick Daddy said. Like Trick Daddy said on that song. You're still a nigga. All right, so let me read on. Read Luke 16:26.
John, it says, "And beside all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed."
So this is the parable of the rich man and Lazarus the beggar. The rich man represents Esau, the so-called white man. Lazarus the beggar represents the 12 tribes of Israel. So in the exchange, when Lazarus dies and goes into Abraham's bosom, meaning when we're delivered out of the captivity and we go into the kingdom, now it's like an exchange between Esau, the rich man, and Abraham. Why can't we go into the kingdom also? And he's answering him saying, besides this, there is a great gulf between us. Meaning what? We've been divided from the beginning. That was that struggle in Rebecca's womb. We just read that. So that great gulf, a gulf is what? A large body of water. That great gulf in between us and Esau will never have us to be together as a people. You Negroes would never make it so high in this society where you would be totally accepted by Esau. And that's fine, because he's the damn devil. What do you need his approval for? I don't give a damn how rich and how powerful they are. All this is going to be burnt to a nuclear crisp. Why you Negroes you so busy trying to meet your oppressors' approval, you don't even meet the Heavenly Father's approval. All right, you skip over the Lord and your own people to try to kiss up and make sure master's pleased with your performance.
Bring it out!
Or why can't we, most of you Negroes, like, when you go to be rich and famous, you want to rub shoulders with Esau. You want to buy the Gucci and the Louis and all these other name brands. Yeah, some of you might make your own little clothing line, but you still want to meet the so-called white man's approval. Like that dumb nigga Floyd Mayweather. When Gucci came out with the damn blackface, and this dumb nigga gonna go and still say, I don't give a fuck what nobody say, I'm gonna buy my Gucci. Like a dummy. Instead of saying, you know what, I'm gonna make a Mayweather clothing line, and the hell with Gucci. Everybody support my clothing line, and we gonna stop supporting Gucci. But you niggas are simple. You gotta meet white America and the Illuminati and the powers that be. You gotta meet their approval. I'm Meek Mill. I should be able to come up in a cosmopolitan. No, nigga, you can't. And if you try to come up in here, we're gonna arrest you for trespassing. Right? Because there's a great gulf fixed between us. Read it again. Luke 16:26.
It says, and beside all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed.
There is a great gulf fixed, meaning what? There was a great wedge between Esau and Jacob from the beginning. When the Most High created us in the womb, there was a struggle going on in Rebekah's womb. Right, go ahead.
So that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from thence.
In other words, what? You can't trade places with the so-called white man. You can't be on their side. You can't be them, and they can't be us.
Right.
Now, we know they made a movie about that called Trading Places. That was more so symbolic to how Esau's going to fall and Jacob is going to be on top. Even though they did it through a business aspect and as an experiment, but that movie was symbolically showing their time is coming up and our time to rule is coming. All right, that's the Trading Places. But as far as you rubbing shoulders with them and becoming best friends and buddies with them, it's not going to happen. All right, you assimilated to, we're all going to be one people one day, it's not going to happen. Right. All right, that's what the Lord is letting us know right here. All right, read on.
Verse 27. Then he said, I pray thee, therefore.
But that's it on that. I just went to 26th verse. So reading on in the article, it says, Meek continued to question him. You're telling me I'll be arrested if I don't leave? If I walk upstairs to get something to eat, I'm going to be arrested for what? For being a rapper? No, for being a nigga. All right, that's what you're going to be arrested for being a nigga. So now, he's pleading with them. I would have simply said, yo, I'm Meek Mill. I got bread. The hell with y'all cosmopolitan. Now I'm going to boycott y'all niggas and get y'all shut down. That's what he should have did. But he's sitting there pleading. You mean to tell me if I go get something to eat, I'm going to get arrested? You still trying to be with the devil. You're trying to support the devil's establishment. Why would you go and get something to eat? You're giving money to their establishment. You still trying to give money to their establishment after they telling you you're not welcome, nigga. That's like that simple nigga, Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez tried to go into a store called Holt Renfrew. Holt Renfrew, something like that. I believe the name of the store. Some high-end store. I forget where it was at. But Tory Lanez went in there, and a guy would start questioning him and profiling him. This dumb nigga Tory Lanez turns around and spent $35,000 in the store. You dumbass. Right? Why would you go and turn around? He trying to show them, oh, you think I'm a nigga and I can't afford to shop in your store? I'm going to show you I can spend $35,000 here like a dumbass. That is so stupid as hell. But that's how people are. You got to meet masses' approval. So the dumbass going to go in here and buy all this Gucci, Louis, whatever, all them name brands that the store sells. There's a store called Holt Renfrew. Right, they supposed to sell all these designer clothes like a Saks Fifth Avenue or a Bloomingdale's or a Barney's. All right, which all of them had racist incidents also. All right, the Jay-Z gonna talk about, oh, I put my clothes in Barney's. Nigga, Barney's didn't want your clothes in there. Only reason why Esau might relent here and there is because they don't want the bad press. All right, sometimes they'll relent because they don't really want the bad press. But that don't change how they really feel. So this idiot Tory Lanez, he gonna go and spend $35,000 in a store that just racially profiled your dumbass. But that's how people are. You still trying to meet daddy's approval. And that's why you remain in the condition that you're in. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 43. Deuteronomy 28 and 43. That's why you stay in the condition you're in. Instead of Tory Lanez saying, you know what? The hell with you, the hell with your store. I'm going to take $35,000 and open my own store. Now you brothers, you black Latino, all you celebrities, nobody shopping in store no more. Let's cut off their money. Let's protest them, just like they did with, for example, they did that with Cristal. All right, when they found out that Cristal was a racist company, the rappers stopped mentioning Cristal, and Cristal sales and business went down. All right, because you haven't heard the rappers mention Cristal in like 10 years. And one thing they will mention Ciroc, which is Diddy's liquor. They'll talk about Ciroc, but they don't mention, and that shows you the power that we have sometimes when we do stick together and organize for the right thing. When Busta Rhymes, I think it was 1998 or 99, 2000, one of them, when Busta Rhymes made the song Pasta Cavassier, which is some French cognac that you niggas probably can't even spell, right? You can probably barely spell cognac, less known Cavassier. When Busta Rhymes made that song, they said that